Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and with my channel, usually I like to make a lot of discussion videos. I'm usually like the first one that talks about issues or the new meta or just talk about heroes that could be changing Overwatch possibly for the worst. However, for the most part, I love Overwatch. I love everything that comes to it, but the reason why I point out like the mistakes or the issues that Blizzard does to the game is to just help improve on it. But one thing I've been seeing a whole lot lately is just bagging on the game, hating on the game, and just saying Overwatch is broken and not a good game. And that's why I'm making today's video, is to talk about Overwatch and how Overwatch isn't a bad game. People are making the game bad. But to just further explain what I mean by that, Overwatch is a very unique game, not just because of the gameplay that it provides, but just because it's actually supported by its developers. You know, I've been playing video games for my whole entire life, and FPS games for a big portion of that life. The Halos, the CODs, the Destinies even for a short period of time. But Overwatch is a game that is just constantly just being updated, whether it's from free DLC or at least by a big mega patch once every month, whether it's to like buffing a current hero or just bringing a brand new hero or nerfing that hero. And I don't think that's why people are mad at Overwatch or calling it quote unquote a bad game, because it's being supported. Obviously, it's because of what Overwatch is built around, and that is providing options for the player to just choose from as terms of the hero cast. So this often equals possibly one-tricking a hero, or maybe just straight up just maining a hero, not even just one-tricking. This could be a Torbjorn main, or a Symmetra one-trick, or a Mei one-trick, or a Soldier or a Diva main. Whatever the case may be, you're gonna get players that just identify a hero that they really like and play it in every single playlist. Quick play, arcade, or in this example, competitive. But does that necessarily mean that it's breaking the game? Or is this the underlining problem in Overwatch? The fact that, hey, people are just picking heroes that aren't meant for the team comp, aren't really meta, and just won't work against a great team. You often and also, this isn't a video supposed to like bash one tricks or point out main heroes or main players rather and say, oh yeah, you're the problem, because no, I've seen one tricks and mains work out for every single hero, and I've also seen it where they don't work out for every single hero. But this is just where the discussion video comes into play, and where I tell you guys what's going on and what could be the problem. Because at least for me, Overwatch itself, like the base game, the disc, pushing away all the people, pushing away the developers and everything like that, the game itself is not bad. Some people will argue that is, okay? I will admit there's parts of it like Brigitte and Hanzo. Some people will say that those heroes are overpowered right now. And some might even say, well, what about the Mercy meta? The Mercy meta is the only thing close to actually breaking Overwatch, but overall, the developers have supported this game so much to the point where you can't really look at the game itself and be like, yep, that's a terrible game, because I played those games. Modern Warfare 2 is a great example because of just what it's provided and what it was built around. But Overwatch itself, there's answers to those broken heroes. There's answers to the Hanzos, to the Brigittes. You know, if you play Tracer or Genji, more than likely you hate Brigitte. But if you play someone like Pharah or Soldier McCree, maybe you don't hate Brigitte so much. But then we look to the other side of Overwatch, the side that we just pushed away earlier. The toxic players, the one-tricks, the mains, the people that get mad at the toxic players and the one-tricks. Probably me, for an example. This is probably the side of Overwatch that's ruining Overwatch for you. And this is where I want to just dedicate the rest of this video telling you what you can do, because it's one thing for me just to say, yeah, this is the problem, but what's the solution to it? Because oftentimes I say you can't fix human behavior, but there's still things that you can do to try to make Overwatch just a little bit more fun and a much more enjoyable experience if you're dealing with this side of Overwatch a whole lot. This means not surrounding yourself in this kind of environment. This means not playing competitive. This means playing quick play. This means playing arcade. This means playing the game browser and playing the chill, no kill type game modes, the 18 plus, not safe for works. It's so cringy. But you get what I'm trying to say. Look at the other parts of Overwatch that you can play and not limit yourself to the draining frustrations of competitive. Now, I'll admit, competitive is my main game mode. This is the one playlist that I play the most in Overwatch, but I realize if I find myself getting drained from it, it's making me might not like the game, but there's other parts of the game that I can still find enjoyment. You know, trying to learn a new hero in quick play, or just practicing a new hero in the game browser in my own kind of training method, or just trying to play the arcade or whatnot. Just look at the other parts of Overwatch that you don't have to rely on your teammates so much for, because, you know, that's what competitive Overwatch is all about. I always say the biggest difference between competitive and quick play is that you put the team before your own interest. In quick play, you can play whatever you want, and that's your own personal interest. But in competitive, you're really looking for what the team needs in that current situation, and that's where, and I'm not even saying that one tricks or mains are ruining that kind of experience for other players, but just really ask yourself this. If you're in a situation like where there's like a Pharah and a Soldier, really long-range heroes, and you're like a Symmetra one trick, which again isn't the worst thing, but just ask yourself, would I appreciate it if other players did what I'm doing in this situation? That is one-tricking Junkrat, that is one-tricking Zarya, that is one-tricking Doomfist, heroes that really don't have a lot of good long range to take care of those heroes. Ask yourself that. Would I appreciate all of my teammates doing that? Would that make competitive more enjoyable? Or am I being selfish and forcing my team to do that? And same thing goes for the other side of the spectrum. Are you hating on the one tricks? Are you making the experience less enjoyable for those one tricks? Or rather than, are you supporting the one tricks? Like I said, you're putting the team before your own interests, so what are you doing to help the team out? Are you playing Lucio to speed up the Symmetra? Are you playing Orisa to help protect the Torbjorn turret? There's ways to make the current situation a little bit better. Is it enjoyable for you? It might not, but that's the contract that you kind of sign whenever you go into competitive. Some people don't sign that contract, and that's fine, because they're not forced to. But just kind of sign your own theoretical contract, even though that might not be so fun. And if it's not fun, then take my first advice and just look for other parts of the game that could be more enjoyable for you. Now, I was just constantly talking about one tricks and that attitude towards it, but in all honesty, I feel like that is the quote-unquote biggest problem with Overwatch. Some people will say that the fact that Hanzo can just fire so much DPS is breaking Overwatch. That's a little part of it, but really just the constant fact that you're dealing with all the players that are just kind of selfish, and the fact that you're not selfish could ruin the experience for Overwatch, because Overwatch is an experience in itself, trust me. I've been playing this game for a hot minute, but that doesn't mean there's ways to work around it, or just ways to find enjoyment in Overwatch just in a whole another direction. You just have to realize that you're not just limited to competitive, and you're not just limiting to just hating on what you hate on in competitive. It could be toxic players. You can just simply mute them. It could be one tricks. You can simply work with them. There's ways around it and ways that you can just make it better. Only you can prevent forest fires. That sounds stupid. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.